Won't God do it? Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Turner. Let's make a heavenly connection for praise, power, inspiration, and spiritual celebration. Won't God do it? Do you need a place where God comes to life? A place where God is real? How about a place where the Spirit of God jumps off the screen and into your heart and mind? Won't God do it? Welcome to Won't God Do It with Dr. A. I am so happy that you joined us again for our next episode. Well, as usual, I have a fabulous guest who I know that you will love and enjoy. His name is Patrick Cruz, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. Patrick is a student leader and educational advocate committed to elevating student voice and strengthening educational systems through service, equity, and accountability. In 2023, Patrick made history as the first ever student principal at Wilder Preparatory Academy Charter School, becoming the inaugural student to serve in this role. Working alongside school administrators, he engaged in real decision making and direct student advocacy, an experience that solidified his passion for educational leadership and systemic change. Now an 11th grader at City Honors International Preparatory School, Patrick serves as the executive director of the City Honors District Student Advisory Committee, better known as DSAC, where he oversees student governance, advocacy initiatives, and leadership development. He also serves as the Los Angeles County Student Administrative Representative, representing more than 2 million students and collaborating with district and county leaders to ensure student perspectives and informing policy and practice. Most recently, Patrick was appointed to the California Association of Student Councils, CASC, Student Advisory Board on Education, representing over 6 million students statewide and advocating for student-centered educational policies. Patrick is also the founder of the Wellness Club at City Honors and the Iveen and Young Center, where he leads an executive team and oversees 40 plus wellness ambassadors. Within just 2 weeks of his launch, the club became one of the largest student organizations on campus, highlighting the urgent need for student wellness initiatives. Guided by the support of his mother and his grandmother, Patrick's leadership is grounded in service and purpose. He aspires to become a principal of traditional public high school in California with the long-term goal of serving the Inglewood community, ensuring student voices are not only heard but valued. Please welcome with me the amazing Patrick Cruz. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank
You are amazing.
Thank you.
11th grader, and the bio, I can hold it up and it'll drop. That is just really so commendable.
Thank you.
Now, I always want to share with the audience, people don't always come to the Lord the same way. Mm-hmm. And that's a first testimony.
Right.
Because when I met you, you were being honored, and you asked the whole audience, let's pray. I said, what? What?
Right.
And so I already know that you are a lover of God.
Yes.
But tell me, how did you come to know the Lord?
Well, in life, it was mainly in my 7th grade year, really.
Okay.
My teacher, who was my mentor, she passed away.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to speak at her vigil.
Okay.
And in that moment, I don't know what happened. Something called me to get on that stage and speak about all those moments that I had with my teacher,
Yes.
and also memorize what the Lord has done for me.
Oh,
and so connecting that with my teacher really made an impact in my
yes.
life. And so, you know, I give it all to God.
Oh, that's wonderful. And, you know, we can all say that it's very important, not only for young people, but at any age,
Yeah.
to have strong mentors, to have strong support, your mom, your grandmother, your friends, your family, your teachers. All of that is so important. And I'm glad you were able to really share your thoughts about your teacher. That's wonderful. But now let me go on to ask you, at what point in your life did you realize that you were a leader, an advocate, and a decision maker in your community and your school? You are a young person. I mean, what was the revelation? How did you know?
In my 8th grade year at Wilders, they introduced student council.
Okay.
And I applied to be our class representative for 8th grade.
Okay.
And in that role, I got to meet with our 8th grade representatives, our peers, and also our teachers and administrators to kind of implement what students are saying.
Okay.
2
and
months.
how did you know what students were saying? Did you meet with the kids and then report back? How were you the conduit between the two?
Well, before, we did a lot of surveys,
Okay.
but I wanted that in-person contact.
Okay.
So one thing that I did was implement in-person conversations, whether we're going to our classrooms during lunch or advisory, to get that chance to meet with students, talk one-on-one, and to see what, we need to do in student leadership.
And once you got that information, then you went to speak with the leadership, adult leadership.
Yes.
And shared.
Well, it went like that. Every 2 weeks we had sessions.
Okay.
I would say weekly sessions where I would go around to classes and kind of get student feedback on field trips, school lunch, and all the other stuff. And then on Fridays during lunch, I would meet with our principals and our administrators on campus to kind of see what do they think, and then I would report back to our student body. So it was tough, but I managed.
Now, from the school, you also work with community. How does that extend into the community and the work that you do?
Well, we have a lot of partnerships.
Okay.
Whether it's nonprofits, youth workers who come in and kind of help and tutor our kids. Okay. Well, my peers, I should say.
Love it.
My peers, other things. But that community outreach was important for me because I wanted to expand on not only the school site, but including everyone in the process of education.
So that partnership between school, community, and being able to work aligned.
Yes.
In your focus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to go back, for my 8th grade year, I was our class representative for 2 months. And then I transitioned to become our lead representative for both middle school and elementary. And I led a team of class representatives. So it was amazing to do what I did. And look at me now.
Look at you now. Well, you know what I say, won't God do it? All right. Now, what do you believe are the characteristics of a good leader? You exemplify that, but we have a lot of people viewing this show and may want to be a leader, but it doesn't just happen. There are certain qualities, characteristics, attributes of a good leader, not a random leader, but a good leader. And you are a good leader. So what do you think are some of those characteristics?
In our student leadership organizations that I oversee, I implemented the LLG, which is listen, learn, and grow. Listen, learn, and grow.
And grow. I love it.
And that's the LLG.
Okay.
And to become a leader or a student leader, you need to have those qualities. You have to listen to your community. You have to listen to what they need. And you have to report back to those in power to say, you know what, this is what they're saying, and what can we do to make that change? And to learn, you have to learn from those around you, your mentors, your teachers, everyone who's around you to get that experience.
Yes.
And to grow, that's a whole different thing.
Now, what does that mean, grow? Grow how? How does a leader grow?
Well,
after they listen and after they've taken all that in.
Constructive criticism. Like, you have to learn from constructive criticism, have to learn from the mistakes that you made so that you won't make them again.
But some people don't like criticism, even if it's constructive. So maybe one of those attributes, as you talk about the constructive criticism, what does a person need to do as a good leader when they are receiving that constructive criticism?
Not to take it personal.
Say that again.
Not to take it personal.
And why not?
Because when you take it personal, it affects your qualities. It affects your qualities, and taking it personal is not good. You have to look at it from a standpoint of they're just, what's the word I'm trying to say? They're trying to shape you to become that better leader.
Yes.
And they're not attacking you, but they're attacking the problem.
And that's such a mature way to look at things. And I know it's even more difficult as a young person because you're formalizing your own sense of self and who you are and that kind of thing. But young people, and I hate to say it, even older people, don't always respond in the manner that you're saying, but not to take it personal is really good advice, Patrick.
Thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Now, who were your role models? I know you talked about your teacher. Were there other role models that helped to sort of formalize your great work as a good leader?
Absolutely. So now at the high school level, I have many mentors. I have advisors. Of course, my amazing principal, Dr. Raya, she really, as a principal, she knows how to,
You try to say it diplomatically, right? She knows how to.
She's brilliant in what she does as a principal.
Good.
And
she's a good leader.
Absolutely. Okay. And so I model what I do at the high school level after her, but I also model my own structure of leadership. And so
you have your LLG. Can you just maybe give one example of what she does that you do model, that she does well? What would be an example of that?
When she has me, well, we have our district student advisory council meetings where we meet with our principal once a month. Okay. And so she takes charge of that meeting and, she sets the standards, the expectations and everything. And so what I do, I just sit there, listen, learn, and I grow from her expectations.
So you take your own advice?
Yeah, I do. And when I have my own sessions with student leaders on campus, I model that and I incorporate it in the student-centered perspective.
But I love what you just said about those expectations.
Yeah.
As a good leader, you go into a situation knowing I have certain expectations, but to make it clear to the people that you're working with, these are my expectations.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's a great kudos to your principal.
I'm going to show her this.
Please do. Tell her what I do. Now tell me more about your work with school, with district, with county levels. You have great work that you're doing with your school. And you have great work with the partners that work with your school, but your reach has exceeded just your schoolwork.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Well, at the site
He's
level,
a teenager, everybody. I just want you to know this is a young man that's not even out of high school. And you're doing great. I'm just so excited for you.
I know.
I'm really excited for you because I know that God is working a masterful work in your life. So I'm back. What is it that extends you past your school campus and outside of the work you do with your partners?
Well, at our school site, we have our district student advisory committee. Okay. And so it was implemented in the 23 through 24 academic school year. Okay. It is a state mandated committee. Every school, every district in the state of California should have it.
Must have.
The committee.
A committee.
Yeah.
Now the committee's focus is.
The committee focuses on instructional practices.
Okay.
It focuses on what's happening inside and outside the classroom. So inside are students learning, the material.
Okay.
And outside the classroom, what's happening, like events,
Yes.
fundraisers, all these different things. And so for DSAC at our school site, this year we focused on what's happening outside the classroom.
Okay.
So our bigger events are articulation, where 8th graders from different school sites come to City Honors and learn more about, our academics,
Sure.
our school culture and climate, and other parts, and our open house and other things. So DSAC has been, that's my baby.
Yeah.
That's my baby. And with my leadership team, we've grew it to one of the largest campus clubs on campus.
Okay.
And so.
Now, do other committees like yours at other campuses, you're saying they can come to City Honors and see what you're doing on your campus? Do you ever have them as guests on your campus and come to your meetings there?
Well, not exactly. We have our DSAC meetings for every committee in Inglewood. They do come together at a different school site.
Okay.
And then talk about, student concerns, talk about what they're seeing outside their campus, what's happening inside and outside the classroom.
Okay.
And so we're broken up into groups. So the high school's over here, elementary over there, middle school over there.
So all of the grade levels have that committee?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And do you get a chance as a high school group to speak to the middle school and the elementary groups?
Yes. So we had our, I believe our December annual DSAC meeting.
Okay.
And the high schoolers, we had a chance to meet with our middle school and elementary kids.
Oh.
And so we had a chance to kind of, speak some wisdom to them, give some motivation, and to also, coordinate with them on what's happening at their school sites. So that's...
Don't you feel like, okay.
That's a lot, though.
You do realize that you are a mentor.
Yes.
And you have elementary and middle school kids looking up to you as that good leader. And they're probably like with you and your principal, they're probably modeling some of the attributes of your good leadership. Do you realize that?
I try. And honestly, I've been told that I'm a mentor.
Okay.
In my 8th grade, when I transitioned to high school,
Yes.
The student council in my 8th grade year at Wouters, one of the community liaisons or the administrators, they told me that the president, she wanted to become the next Patrick Cruz on campus. And when I heard that, I was like, I was shocked. I was like, this is the impact that I've left at that school site.
Yes.
And now I'm site, district, county. So.
Won't God do it?
Right.
Did you ever get a chance to meet her personally and have a conversation with her? The young lady that wants to emulate you? Did you get a chance to talk with her?
Yeah, I showed up at her graduation.
What?
I showed up at her graduation, and she was valedictorian.
Wow.
And, we had a chance to talk, and I gave her some advice.
So valedictorian, for those who know, that's a person who's not only just a 4.0, but really has the highest grade point average of all the graduating seniors. And she says, in her own magnificent capacity, that she wants to model herself after Patrick Cruz.
That's amazing to me.
It's amazing to me, too. Won't God do it?
He will.
He will?
He will.
And he does. Now, mental health has come up quite a bit in different episodes from different guests that I've had. And as a retired educator and administrator, I know that that's very important because students' academic performance is important. But mental health and wellness is also important.
Yeah.
Why is this a topic that you've engaged in, and why do you consider it to be important?
Well, I've noticed that at our school sites, last year we didn't really have a wellness club.
Okay.
We had a wellness center, but to me that wasn't enough.
Okay.
I wanted to do something more. And during the summer, I sent out a survey to see, what do students think? What do they want on campus?
Okay.
And the number one thing was a wellness club.
Wow.
And so,
what does a wellness club do? What is it that they do? Different from just a center. What's the difference?
So the wellness club is a student-led organization.
Okay.
And the wellness center is just a place where students can go, do sound baths and, learn about, mental health.
Sure.
In that way. But for our club, I just don't want to cover like the mental parts. I want to go over physical, nutritional, social, emotional, and other aspects of wellness.
Wow.
And so by incorporating that in our club, it was, even though it's the first never, wellness club on campus.
Sure.
It's still growing and still developing. But look at us now. We got like 40 plus wellness ambassadors, a leadership team.
Now, do they go through a training, or how are they able to receive the ambassadors? Are they students and do they get trained? How do they know how to service the kids that are coming to the club?
So originally in October, we just had annual meetings. So every 2 weeks on Thursday during lunch, and we would just talk about, wellness. We'll talk about, our policies, sure. X, Y, and Z. But being trained, that really wasn't focused. But since you said that, it was talk about training and all the other stuff, but I really didn't give it consideration.
Okay.
But since you said it, and other people have said it, going into the school year, and when we come back on Monday, is when trainings on all other stuff will be.
Well, you've only proven that you listened and that you're going to grow from that.
Yeah.
And I think that's wonderful, because mental health is an important issue.
Right.
And even kids who are doing well, as you know, academically, can still have social, emotional challenges in their lives. We can press through and do, the academic thing, but the whole child is one that is mental, emotional, spiritual.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's a great effort on your part, and I know it will grow. Just as you grow, the club will grow too.
Right.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. Now, why is student voice important? You lend your voice to principals, you lend your voice to administrators, you lend your voice to partners, you lend your voice to younger students. There are people who will say, you a child, stay in your place, you need to listen to us as adults. I'm sorry, I go to school, so I live this thing called school.
Right.
I'm in the community, so I live this thing called community. So my voice is important.
Right.
Why is student voice important to you, Mr. Cruz?
I feel as if education right now is under attack. And so for me as a student leader, engaging in all these different things at our site, district, county, and now state level of education, it's important that we realize that the student voice can change so many things.
Yes.
It's about coming together as a collective group and saying, you know what, this needs to happen. Because the students, we're in the classrooms, we're learning. It's our education.
Right.
And so as high school students or middle school students, they're transitioning to high school. And as high schools, we're transitioning to trade school or college, and we're getting degrees. And so student voice is all about making sure that things are being done correctly and making sure that we as students are being heard and valued.
So just because adults think that something is correct may not, unless student voice comes into play. They need to hear it from your perspective because you are the student.
Right. Absolutely. And I've said this before, like a lot of times, that I know that there are policies and procedures in place that students must follow.
Right.
But sometimes it can be a little difficult to understand what the expectation is. Well, what is the point? Because no one talks about anything. They just say, well, do this, do that, do this, and do that, but there isn't a reason.
Oh, and we call it the why.
Right.
Why
Like,
is that a rule? Why is that a policy?
Right.
Why is that an expectation? And I think young people deserve to know why.
Absolutely.
And to have a response, which is student voice. And I'm sure you lend your student voice to the why about it, right?
Right. I do. And this goes back to our county part, our LA County Office of Education, where I represent 2 million students. And so in that role, I have the pleasure of working with our county superintendent, our policymakers, and also other advisors in the county to implement student voice, to go to our communities and say, you know what do we need to do? Yes. And so what I do is I just get that feedback. I say, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make history.
Now, is there accountability? I know as a good leader, if I lent you my voice, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Is there a change? Is there something different as a result of me stepping forward and representing millions of kids? So, do you cross-check, double-check, check?
I make
whether
sure.
Things have happened that you've suggested. Do you do that part? Is that part of your role?
That's a part of the role. When I get all these suggestions and feedback from students, I bring them up to meetings with administrators, teachers, and those in the decision-making processes. And so, when they say, we'll take time to consider this X, Y, and Z, I do follow-ups just to make sure, because
they
for
need
me,
to grow. The G is for them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Grow. And so but for me personally, every student leader is different.
Yes.
But I just model expectations.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to make sure that everything flows correctly, that we have different barriers in place, that we have expectations, policies, and procedures, but I also want people to have fun.
Yes.
Like, I want my peers to be, successful in what they do, whether you're a middle school student or elementary student. And learning from them is important, because I get to take their concerns to our policymakers and to see that be implemented.
And enjoy the experience. Because when we enjoy an experience, we're more likely to stick with it. So I like that, to enjoy it but be serious at the same time.
Right.
I would love if you have any words of encouragement to our audience, any pearls of wisdom you'd like to share. Please share with our audience a word of encouragement from this brilliant, wonderful, good leader that we have today.
Oh, this was a perfect interview, people. I love it. And I'll share this with our peers too. But one thing that I do want to say is, in life, there are walls. And sometimes you have to carve those walls into doors. And in that door is open to open possibilities. And you have to make that change. Walk through them, walk in your truth, walk in purpose, and question, why? And won't God do it?
Well, won't God do it? Thank you so much for being my guest. I really enjoyed having you. We thoroughly enjoyed having Patrick Cruz, our elite, illustrious, magnificent, and highly talented and anointed young man here with us today. Please listen to his good advice. If there's a door, a wall, carve it into a door. And you can also say, won't God do it? And you know the answer. Yes, He will. Thank you for joining me with Dr. A and Patrick Cruz. We look forward to seeing you next time. And thank you to the Power of Praise Network. God bless you. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
You're watching Power of Praise TV. We trust God.